Hello, chess friends. We're going to be streaming Bughouse World Championship, the uh, qualifier arena number 14. And let's see, two games going on right now. It's interesting. Icy Stun is playing teams right now, which is above all these games. But okay, it's two arena games going on. Let's check the top one. Go back to the beginning of the game. Let me jump in the streamers lounge in case anyone wants to join me for commentary, which they never do, but just in case. All right, let's catch up. See some active queens. That's mate. So, I mean, I think they can mate green. Although I guess blue can sack his queen, and he does. So it's going to end up being a queen trade. Okay, so that ended up being a queen trade, except that green is down a knight. So that's the material balance for as far as teams are concerned. But as far as individuals, red is down a queen, and yellow is up 9 points. So yellow is probably pretty happy with how that turned out. Yellow returning to be safe. Red is going to get safe himself. Maybe keep blue busy at some point by tempoing the knight. But more importantly, red wants to develop some pieces. So knight, oh, okay. I was going to say knight k3 might be an idea. Or later, tempoing the queen. Tempo the knight could be an idea. This is very, very dangerous because now there's many different pieces that are attacking. I think this queen is dead, actually. So, I mean, I think it was a really bad idea for yellow to get rid of his bishop. Yellow need to go for safety. Red just has no active pieces. I mean, he can keep blue a little bit busy, but this queen is gone. So I think yellow and red really blundered in the opening here. I mean, that's just mate. And it's mate without losing a queen. As red went after blue there. So green is the ultimate beneficiary. Green has almost 40 points, 39 points. Yellow's eliminated. Red has 9 points, blue has 4 points. And not only does green have the most points, green is the only one with a queen. So green is missing 2 knights and a bishop. His pawn structure is kind of wrecked though. Everyone else has decent pawn structure. It's going to lead to good king safety down the line. And it looks like green rushing the pawn for an easy promotion. Maybe going for a little king safety first, but so short term, good to be green. Green has a queen. Green has the most points. Long term, green is a target. And not only is green a target, by the way, this pawn is a target. Not only is green a target, but Also, green has bad king safety. Probably should have pushed this pawn before moving over. I mean, what if we see some sort of sack here? And the queen can really get in. But I guess green is more focused on promotion at this point. Blue stopping their promotion. I'd like to see J3. Number one, because it supports the pawn. Number two, because if it trades off, that gives an active rook file. So this seems like a sensible move. It also frees up the knight. So the knight could potentially go elsewhere. Maybe move this pawn too, so that it doesn't become a target. This pawn moves. Or you could get this rook someplace active. This other rook could get active at some point. The knights can move. Okay, so blue has promoted. Blue is getting a little bit scarier. Red has decent pawn structure. Blue has the best king safety, by the way, like by far, but red has okay king safety. Green's king in trouble. Red is the only one with no queen. Oh, and I don't like the fact that the green just gave away his most advanced pawn. I think instead that should have been supported more with the queen. But what's done is done. When this bishop falls later on, b5 can be a future target for red. So maybe red doesn't want to open up that rook file. I'm not sure. He could open up the rook file as a means of inducing blue to attack green. Okay, never mind. Blue has shut that down. But in shutting that down, that's probably good for red anyway. It means that red is not going to be attacked by blue. And now red needs to get those pieces active. Looks like red is rushing a pawn. Red's pawn on k3 could be weak later on if the green queen ever swings around to m5 or n6. But it's secure for now. Nobody's harming it. I mean, also the blue queen could get I3 at some point. Alright, it's a girl. Unfortunately, that's not going to last very long. We have two things attacking it. So I think he should have waited to promote for a better time. Wow, okay. Blue wanted to let red have that. I'll bring this queen back to safety in case blue reconsiders his options. This is a nice pawn to target. I like it. So this is a possible green target. This could be a possible blue target, or this. Possible red targets, so this pawn here. This is a menacing location for blue's queen. It looks like it's attacking green, but in addition, that's the king file that red is on, which long term might become a target. Not yet, because he has some good safety right now. Looks like red is thinking about rushing another pawn. And blue has pushed this pawn. I don't think this is a good pawn to rush. Although this doesn't hurt his king safety very much. I mean, this is an okay construction for king safety. I think eventually these red pawns might be contested. As far as time, everyone is pretty comfortable. 7 minutes for blue, around 7 minutes for red, 5 minutes for green. The big story here is just green is running away with the points lead. Now, since we've had these 1-point queen promotions, green is not up on pieces anymore. Green is down 2 pieces versus blue, and down 3 pieces versus red. So green has the point lead, but is a little bit less of a target because he doesn't have a lead in the position or piece count. This L5 pawn could be a potential target. Blue needs another queen to make that happen. Since blue doesn't have a light squared bishop. Like blue is shuffling. Green trying to get a rook more active. I'm not sure what the purpose of that move. Maybe it's to open up this file to attack L5. I don't know, but this push is dubious. It also could be to block green from pushing, maybe. But this pawn on I6 is overextended. Okay, is blue gonna sack a rook, or is he gonna let red have that? Gonna let red have that. Okay. Interesting. That just made blue a lot weaker. I'm not sure why red is going after blue. Green is the much bigger threat, but okay. That may piss off blue. We'll see. I mean, blue allowed red to queen 2 pawns, then red went after blue. Very weird. This pawn is very overextended. So red would be happy trading off this pawn. I kind of wonder, can red, let me see, how does red get over there? Like this could be interesting to plan a knight on L4 for red. That would be a thorn in green's side. But it looks like red has decided to rush these side pawns. If green lets him, then so much the better. Surprised green is allowing this. So he's moved his knight so that the bishop can support a pawn. So that does allow the knight to potentially be taken by blue or green. I think you promote the other one. Why would you promote the J pawn when you could promote the I pawn? The problem with promoting the J pawn is that blue might just take this pawn, undermining your defenses. Which he did. Yeah, that was just the wrong pawn to take. I mean, now blue is going to be the beneficiary of taking this rook, but if red had gone the other way, he would have got a queen. It's just really odd that he chose to do it that way. Now red deciding whether he wants to support green or not. I don't think he should, because now green is relatively powerful. He should just let blue take. But that was a big blunder by red. Wow, blue did not take the green rook. That's pretty amazing. I guess blue wants to support his own pawn for promotion. But yeah, that was a huge blunder by red. If red had just promoted the other pawn, he was in really good shape. So blue hangs a knight, but he gets another active queen. And he might start checking green. We'll see. This is a pin, by the way. An interesting dynamic. A lot of things attacking the knight. But a few things guarding it too. Blue still has an okay pawn structure. A lot he can do here. Blue and green are both going after red. And red has really made himself a target. Number one, by going after blue. Number two, by blundering that promotion. So this may be emotional play from blue. It doesn't really make sense for blue to go after red. Blue really should be targeting green. But, I mean, red went after blue for no apparent reason. So this is what happens. Knight's being targeted. Position this pawn, but from what we've seen before, I don't think blue will. Okay, blue does go after green. That's a surprise. We're piling up on this knight. Red is consolidated, which is basically all that he can do now that he blundered a few things. Red has left himself without many resources, so he's probably going to shuffle a bit, wait for the others to do something. Red is, well, everyone's getting down on time. Now red is at a little under 3 minutes, blue a little under 4 minutes, red at about 3 minutes. Sorry, green at about 3 minutes. So blue is relatively secure. I really think either green or red need to target the weak b5 pawn. When that pawn goes down, all of a sudden blue's position is going to crumble. Oh, blue is send in a pawn while the others just sit around shuffling, and they're all allowing it. It's surprising. Maybe he'll send another pawn now. Oh, okay. So he's taking a free pawn from green. This pawn could be targeted potentially. Oh, blue is gonna challenge the red rook. I assume these. No, he's not trading off. Okay. So what happens here? That's looking pretty dang bad. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, he had to move his knight there rather than take it, I think. Okay, so blue takes care of red. All of a sudden, blue is caught up on points on green. Blue has an extra 1 point queen. You have to take that. What are we even thinking about? Blue has an extra 1 point queen. Blue has more pawns to promote. So yeah, at this point it's 2 queens to a queen and a rook. Queen over here, that's a free rook. Looks like blue's game. Just defend. You could also check, I guess, but yeah, this is a mate threat. Well, not quite, but it's pretty good. Yeah, no, it is a mate threat. That's actually defended. That trade's not terrible for him, but okay. Mate was missed before by blue. This probably leads to mate too. Yeah, blue's instincts were right to go for mate on green instead of defending. And he's missed a few mates, but he'll find it eventually. Assuming he doesn't blunder a queen to this diagonal. Okay, now he's trading a queen. All right, so first place here was blue with Kongi back 19. Second place green, Agadi Como. Third place red, BRDTMR. Fourth place, Ramil 16. I'm surprised that red made so many blunders. But interesting game. All right, let's find another game to watch. I'm gonna watch. Okay, it looks like there are 3 games in progress right now. And these players who just finished are not even in a queue yet. So pretty soon we'll have 4 games. So let's look at the top game here. Already in progress, and we'll catch up. We'll catch up to the action. Okay, so okay. So this offered a trade. Green attacked I'm sorry, yellow attacked the blue knight, and green can't do anything useful. I guess green could have tempoed. No, that doesn't even work. I mean, it's probably good to do so that blue doesn't lose a piece, but green didn't see that. Well now red is double targeted. But it looks like yellow has a good check. This was a real blunder moving the queen here though. In retrospect, he probably should have just taken the knight. I think he was trying to set up a checkmate, but his timing just didn't work out. And now red is down a queen. Yeah, this is a good fork. Bishops are better than knights. At the very least, he gets the bishop. Oh, we could be getting back the queen. If green is smart, he checks. Let's see if he does. He does not. He doesn't want to give up the rook to help blue. So blue is going to lose this, but green figures, okay, I'll take a few red pieces. So blue is getting crushed. What happened here? Oh, that's a mate in one strat from yellow. Smart move. Yellow's helping out his buddy here. That becomes a free bishop. And here comes the green queen. We could see this rook come in. Of course, there's a threat here. So obnoxious. Knock it off, programmers. God fucking damn it. I don't want to see the end of the game. There's no reason whatsoever to take someone to the end of the game when they're looking at the moves. God damn it. Every single fucking time. All right, now we have to waste a bunch of time getting back to where we are in the game because the programmers suck. Okay, so this is where we were. This saves the rook, protects the pawn from future attacks. Seems reasonable. Yellow's not going to help green to mate, I would assume. This pawn is a target. Yellow also might just try to mate blue. Maybe we come around this way. Whoa, blue's going after green. Wow. Blue is helping red to dismantle green. Why did this happen? Well, that's mate. Okay, this is very weird. Why did blue start going after green? I guess he figured green wasn't helping out when yellow was attacking him. What did he want him to do? I mean, green was very passive. I guess his concern was that green was very passive in the open and didn't get his queen out. Wasn't doing much to help. I mean, this was a help, but it just won a queen. And blue just got targeted by yellow. Okay. So blue was salty because green had a very passive opening. Blue knows he's basically dead. So he wants to take green with him. And red gets the mate on green. Now it's time for yellow to go after his opposite, because we're in the 3-player stage. That's a free rook. Whoa. That's good vision from red to find this mate here. Why can't he just take this? Oh, the rook guards. Okay. Okay. Very nice mate from red. Now did blue walk into the mate? I mean, blue is attacking his opposite. Blue knows he's dead anyway. So I think blue just handed a mate to red, which of course hands the game to red, since red is so far up in points. So yeah, that was very emotional play right there from blue. So finishing first was Yasmin. Finishing second was Night Love Raver as yellow. Finishing third was Manguel Gazma 21, and finished fourth was Muppet Robin as green. And Muppet Robin was Muppet Robin and Yasmin were both the highest rated. But yeah, Muppet Robin had a very passive opening, so I can understand why blue was mad. I think Night Love Raver did a very good job that game, but blue just got pretty mad at him. All right, let's go look at another game. Okay. This is the highest rated game, and it's still in the 4-player stage. So let's catch up. The good news is the game probably won't end while we're catching up, which wouldn't normally be a problem, but the programmers suck, so they haven't fixed that problem ever in, what, 6 years? Okay. No one is getting their queens to the center of the board. These openings are a little bit passive, but everyone has decent development. I think red's long-term plan for king safety is moving his king to the right. Blue's long-term plan for king safety, moving his king to his left. Yellow has mediocre king safety. This pawn construction, not great, but at least he has his pawns. Green can go either side with his king. So he could lock down this pawn structure and go this way. Or he could go this way after the bishop gets out of the way. Is this our first trade of the game? It is. And does it make sense as a trade? I mean, It's, I guess it's, well, I think you take with knight if you're red, so that you still have the option of coming over here and having this pawn structure. Well, let's see what she takes with. He does take with knight. Whoa. That knight was blundered. What? Why did he blunder the knight? Okay, so previously that knight was defending it. So yeah, this is just an outright blunder from green. Green has a move here. This is a terrible move. Not only does it blunder the knight, it also blunders a check. I would have waited on that check though. The reason is you really want, well, maybe not. Or, yeah, you want to wait for red to make a move first. You want red to either take the pawn or tempo the queen. And then you throw in that check. I guess it worked out, but green could have gone over here and defended the pawn with his king. Which, I mean, does red take this if he would lose the bishop? It would undermine the structure anyway. But anyway, this works out well for red. I think green blundered the defense. Red is now worrying about blue making some threats. Oh, we're caught up to the live position. Maybe yellow is thinking about the sack. Red has compromised his pawn structure a lot. This is a reasonable move though, because as blue moves this way, so this blue pawn is stuck, and red can wait for the right moment to either take with pawn or rook. Yellow has compromised his pawn structure more. I wonder what maybe he was looking at this, worried these guys would team up. But blue hadn't made that move, so it seems a little bit unusual to put this up here. Red is highlighting this. I don't know why. You think there's going to be a queen sack? To what end? I still like this move. Okay, red can save this knight. Here seems okay. Here seems okay. This is aggressive, but I mean, it works. So green is worried about this move, as he should be. I don't understand why yellow wouldn't take this pawn. It's a very important move to do. Alright, yellow sucks. If we're playing Guess the Elo, I would put yellow at 1500. And so if I'm red, I don't trust yellow at all anymore. I would turtle up and stop working with yellow. Yellow has demonstrated he doesn't know how to play the game. Red is on his own. And if red has an opportunity to mate yellow, he should. Red keeps arrowing these moves that require support by yellow, but yellow's not going to support him, so why bother? That just hangs the bishop. Because, I mean, yellow's never going to do anything. I mean, you're just inducing green to take in the bishop. I guess there's now discovered attacks, so it's not the worst idea. But I mean, yellow is a 1500 who snuck into a 2400 arena, so I don't think he's going to find this move. Yeah, he's just. What can you do when your opposite is objectively terrible? What is red doing? I mean, I think red is just resigning at this point. Maybe red wants to resign and move on to the next game in the arena because he has no chance with yellow playing like this. Red is. Lazy Imp says no one has been helping their opposites all these arenas. I don't think that's the case. I think they have in general. I'm honestly not sure why red is playing on. If I'm red, I would resign and move on to the next arena game. So red killed his position to with really good attacks on green. If yellow had just made obvious moves, I mean, most of these obvious moves did not require yellow stacking anything. They resulted in yellow winning pieces, but yellow doesn't know how to play. So this is what we have. And the sad thing about this is yellow is winning on the point count. I mean, it's really hard for me to commentate when you know that all their moves are going to be blunders. Red is arrowing some king safety, moving his king. Well, he can't go here, I'm sorry, because of the bishop. But yeah, king a little safer over here. Yep. Red arrowing the problems. How can green support that? Looks like yellow's going to snipe the mate, if we're being honest. But, I mean, this could happen, but then yellow snipes the mate. I mean, I guess it's not mate if yellow takes. No, it is mate because the bishop covers. Yellow's going to snipe the mate for sure. I like this move by blue. Green could mate by taking the rook, but then his queen falls. So it makes sense to take this. Okay, I like that green got the points. I mean, I don't like that red lost because red played good, is opposite shit to bed. But yeah, I'm glad that yellow didn't get those points, as yellow's just been playing absolutely horrible. So it looks like blue wants to get a promotion path for this pawn. At some point wants to take away this dead pawn, but he's going to wait till green isn't defending it. I guess he could maybe get this rook active, but oh, okay. It goes after this pawn. Might be reasonable, or this pawn might be a good blocker. Do you want to take the yellow pawn? Okay, he wants the point. Be a reasonable place for the bishop. Supports the pawn until you make plans to promote it. Right now, this pawn is a target. Can be picked off pretty easily. Yellow's plan is clear. Yellow is going to rush some pawns. Green and blue don't really have pawns they can rush right now. So yellow's the one with the clear plan. Bishop trade offered. I don't like that. I think maybe he should have waited for green to tempo yellow a little bit. The problem I see in general with a lot of these players is that like the moment they see a trade or a check, they take it. And often it's better to wait for a better time to do that and just leave it in your back pocket. Okay, so blue, I assume, wants to get rid of this dead pawn. His plan is to go for promotion. Green has weakened his structure a little bit, but green's thought is, what am I going to do? Okay, I think green is just going to turtle. He's going to wait to see if yellow attacks blue. Oh, that's a fun move. Because of the pin. There's no longer the pin, though. Okay. So if you're blue, you'd rather have the rook behind the pawn than in front of the pawn. Where does this rook go? So he doesn't want to move here because that might induce the bishop to like attack him. And he just wants them to keep shuffling. We could promote here. Right now there's a queen battery. So probably a good idea to wait. Oh, okay. Now this is a reasonable move. Is yellow going to trade or is he going to retreat? Yellow trades. That was an opportunity for green to attack, but really yellow should be green's target, not blue. Blue running out of options. Yellow still has pawns he can push, but his king is getting weaker and weaker. Okay, so maybe yellow is thinking of getting active. Blue shuts that down. Oh, okay, that's already supported. Okay, there's a pin here, but not really much you can do about it. You're blue. I mean, I guess he could do this, but undermines his structure. Looks like blue is pushing for another queen. Green already has a battery there. I don't know that green will allow it. Okay, right now, this queen, these squares are protected, but this is a scary battery for green. Green has to be careful about which pieces he moves. So if you're green, the queen moves away, which I assume it will. Oh, okay, never mind. Blue is rushing these pawns. Oh, what? Does that hang the pawn? I feel like it does. And green just noticed. Just defended it again. Is this just hanging? Looks hanging. I assume yellow will protect. No, he does it. Okay. Grab that green. I don't know that I trust green not to take that. Oh, well, never mind. He's not going to take it. It's defended. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. I guess green will find some place to retreat. And he retreats, attacking a rook. Lines up here. If this bishop ever moves its mate. Can you just take this? I think you can. If he takes its mate, if green takes, I mean, that's good too. Why are we not taking this pawn? This is just overpowered move. Maybe the worry is if he doesn't mate and he has to withdraw the bishop, that this will be a problem. I don't know. Let's take the pawn. Come on, dude. What are we thinking about? These guys are shuffling when there's mate on the board. I'm completely baffled. All right, we're playing Guess the ELO again. For blue, I'm gonna guess 1800. I mean, blue's played a pretty solid game, but did not notice like a forced checkmate is pretty bad. This has been, what, 15 moves that we've had a mate on the board? I don't know how to commentate when they're just doing, finally, he finds it. There we go. A reasonable defense. Now green has to move his queen away. And now you can just retreat this. You've undermined the structure. Oh, that's true. That could be an issue. So does he like go here or something? Okay. The problem there is now green can get him. And that's going to be mate. So green gets a checkmate. Although he has to give up his queen in the process. Or no, he doesn't have to give up his queen. Okay. Okay, so yellow can move such that it's not mate and blue has a square left over. So yeah, maybe yellow grabs a free dude. Maybe he goes against green even. Okay, so he can't take. But he could. Wait, wasn't that mate? Why didn't yellow just mate? I think yellow had mate. Okay, so yellow's blundering more. Yeah, that's mate for yellow. Why does the arrow a move? Or no, blue arrow to move. Okay. That's mate too. And it just gets immediate mate. Alright, let's see who these people are. The 1500 yellow is Ayagadi Komo. Blue is Kongibak 19. Sorry, green is Kongibak 19. Blue is Neo-Serbian. Red is Muppet Robin. Alright, so let's go find another game to watch. Oh, this is just this one is not part of the arena. Higher rated than people in the arena. Alright, let's look at a game in the a game has just started with I think those same people. And they were pretty terrible. So let's look at another game. This game is partway through. Red is getting his queen active. Yellow figures this is supported, so he can just grab a free pawn. And green hangs his rook for nothing. Interesting. Okay, I think red should retreat his knight here. And the reason I'm saying this is after push, you don't want to allow this checkmate. And he does. Blue is just running that pawn. So red is trusting yellow. Oh. Maybe you take this instead. But yeah, I guess either way, blue still gets a free dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually worked. Never mind. I'm stupid. That was a very good move by red. So red gets out of the way. So that yellow just needs to give a bishop for the queen. Much better than trading the queens. Yeah, good move by red. Okay, so they're trying to win the red queen. And unfortunately, yellow is not developed enough to keep blue busy. I mean, yellow could potentially sack for this pawn, but okay, this is a good move. I like it. So even if retreat happens, you have check. I like it. Okay, that didn't work out so well for red because yellow got the mate. So not only did yellow get the mate, but also red lost the queen and a rook. So yellow is at 40 points, blue at 9 points, red at 6 points. Red has lost most of his pieces, but red does have decent king safety. Blue has lost one pawn so far and has a pretty good position. Yellow has lost a bishop and a knight so far and has a ton of points in a good position. So yeah, you don't want to be red here. The red doing a pretty good job fixing his structure. Whoa. Okay. That's just a free piece because blue is gonna have to do something about the queen. I like this move by red. And he ended up giving up his queen instead. Now yellow is just running away with it. Okay. Yellow trading with blue. That just hangs a piece. What did he expect? Did he think blue would support him? Like, even then, you probably still sack your rook. I guess blue could support him here. Maybe red wanted blue to support him, but I think more likely he just did not see the rook. Just blundered a piece. This is a check threat. So hold on. I don't like this move by red. If you see what blue is doing, you can win a queen, which he should have done. On the other hand, if you're blue, like, I hate when players do this. I've talked about this. Signing my house out, agreeing to my rules. I think my rules are just don't be a jerk, aren't they? Oh, okay. As a jerk. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of players who they have a check and they'll play it immediately, and this check does absolutely nothing. But it's a very useful move if you wait for red to do something. So if you're blue, don't play the check. Wait until red notices that he can win a free queen. Yeah, this is just a wasted check. Don't know why people play like this. And now he has to sack a piece to give red the free queen instead of doing it. He could have done it such that he didn't need to sack a piece. At least they've weakened yellow a little bit. Okay, red in a lot of trouble. Well, actually, blue supports that, so I guess he's actually okay. Yeah, red is gonna be fine. That's spicy. I like it. I don't like this. If you're blue, you should know that yellow is the target, and you should align against them. You don't just take red's pieces. But okay. Now red knows not to trust blue. So I guess, so here, is there something, I mean, red can check, but I guess it doesn't matter, because he'll just retreat. Or he even might take the rook and let the queen be taken. He's up so many points. I mean, probably not. Probably he saves his, okay, let's see. Whoa, what happened? Check. And I like what blue's been doing. Blue has neutralized yellow. And now blue is looking pretty dang good. I think this is blue's game. These are two pawn islands that are disconnected. Blue has an extra bishop. This move makes a lot of sense. I mean, you could also just retreat and go for the pawn, but yeah, he's going to try to force trades. I don't like that. I think you should try to take one of these pawns away first. That lets red back into the game. Now blue is going to be slower. Yeah, now the game is suddenly up in the air again. Yellow gonna block the promotion. Oh my god. Yellow lets red promote. Suddenly red is looking pretty good. This pawn falls. The red needs to stop blue promotions. It's pretty hard with only one queen. Especially since these are defended. Oh, he's gonna get his king active as a blocker. It makes a lot of sense. Liquid says yellow would win by auto resign. So if yellow resigns, then blue could not get enough points to win. Nor could red. We'll find out. Yellow has resigned. Okay. Yellow is Night Love Raver. So good job, Night Love Raver. Red is Jerry, J crossover 14. Blue was Yasmin, and green was Huya Ohu. I'm not familiar with green. But good job, Night Love Raver. So what happened this game? Let me just review real quick because we've looked at so many games. I forget which one this was. Oh, this was the one where where yellow was able to win like a whole bunch of pieces while red had to defend. Yeah, so this check here, yellow wisely took advantage. And then this worked out where blue took a red rook, yellow took a red queen, and yellow's at 40 points. Yeah, that was really well played by Night Love Raver. Congrats to him. And good insight by Liquid Fire that yellow could just resign and win. He's more than 40 points up and not many pieces to take. All right, let's go ahead and find another game to follow. I see a few games going on. I think we're gonna look at the second highest. Or no, I'm sorry. This one's not even in the arena. This one up here had the 4 players who played terribly. Let's look at this second highest one. So hopefully they'll have people who actually play like a team and don't throw their opposites under the bus. Yeah, we have We have mate. Red has mate. And this is definitely team in here. Okay. And we're immediately in the 3-player stage. Okay, I don't understand why you blunder this pawn. Oh god. Let me see. Yeah, this move is just terrible. You should deal with this pawn threat. There's a bunch of ways to deal with it. Knight out is the most obvious, but I mean, he could even start pushing these pawns. Push this pawn, though that does fall prey to a check. We're probably not pushing this pawn, but knight out, pawn up, move your queen again. Really, one of these makes sense. There's mate here. I don't know if yellow trusts green enough for this mate. Probably not. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, green hurt yellow by not doing the check, but if you don't trust green enough to do this mate, or no, I'm sorry, actually this would just give green the win, wouldn't it? Because then green would have 23 points. You have 3 points. I guess not quite the win, but it's real close. At that point, green just has to nab 1 point from yellow somehow, and then he could claim. But why does yellow trust green to do this? I don't know. So yellow just blundered a queen after winning a pawn. The red's king safety not very good. Hold on. Was there something here? The red stopped the pawn. Maybe you just develop at this point. Why not get the bishop out? Or you could trade with yellow even. I'm not sure. But he just chooses to just save his queen. Okay, we're caught at the live position. Red's king safety, not great. Looks like green is going to be pushing some pawns. I'd rather if the green king was over here, was a little safer. Yellow's king safety is okay. Red, not great king safety, but okay for now since no one's attacking him. Red really needs to prevent the yellow promotions though. I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to do that. Yellow's plan is pretty clear. Red does have the most points though. You can push this pawn and then go after the other pawn. Okay, red is keeping everyone from promoting. I was trying to prevent green from promoting. I think yellow can just go after red. Okay, long term, this is a better position for the bishop. Also threatens knight out. But if you're yellow, I think you want to let red leave the queen here. Just to stop green from promoting. Is red going to take the pawn and take here? He's going to withdraw his knight. Okay, he's bringing the knight back to prevent promotion. But yeah, you're really not going to be able to stop yellow for too long here. What did he just take? He took a pawn. Green is using the fact that red is distracted to come lop up a few of red's pieces. Or that red is distracted to lop a few of red's pieces. So maybe you come in one of these places. This attacks this pawn. Probably I2 is best. He's just going to bring it back. Plan is still to promote. All of a sudden this bishop becomes a lot more powerful now. Right now the pawn's in the way, but long term might leave the station at some point. Red is a little distracted trying to prevent the yellow promotion. He's not going to be able to do it. If you're green, you would like to promote too. Now you could bring the queen in, attack the bishop while red is distracted, because this may come. It looks like green just wants to bide his time and let yellow and red... Wait, why don't we take that? And if promotion, you at least get the rook. Okay, well that just hangs the bishop for nothing. What? I guess he was worried about attacks. I don't know. I don't know why you don't take this red bishop, but yellow's worried about his king safety. It's reasonable, I guess. He could defend it more. It's also possible to sack and promote. The red anticipates that this file will be open and attacks on his king. Oh, what did he take? Green just took a knight. Maybe to allow this to fall? I don't know. And red did not take advantage at all. So that was under from red. I think red should have taken this, something. Maybe this even supports. Oh yeah, green was relying on yellow to not be a dumbass. Sorry, green was relying on red to not be a dumbass, but of course red was a dumbass. So what are you going to do? These guys are all pretty comfortable on time. 5 minutes for red, 4 minutes for yellow, 4 minutes for green. Yellow is closest to promotion. I still think yellow should sack his rook, promote a queen. Not sure why that hasn't happened. But instead, yellow has decided to bide his time and wait for a better time to promote. This pawn is still hanging, like 20 moves later. I guess if he takes this, then this knight may fall. That's probably why he hasn't taken it. Or no, the knight doesn't even fall. It's defended. What am I talking about? Bishop defends. He finally sees the hanging pawn. I assume we take that, but green might find a way to distract red. Maybe you just promote now, even. Yellow wants green to make some threats. This threatens the pawn, to undermine the pawn structure. But if you're red, I still think you take. If you're yellow, you're looking at promotion. What is yellow thinking about? Oh, I guess he's worried about his back rank. Let me look back. Did I miss a back rank idea? I guess I did. That is a problem. Okay, now the only thing preventing promotion is the queen. And 1 point queen for a 9-point queen. Pretty good trade for yellow. So I assume this promotion happens next move. Red can no longer prevent it. Red is allowed the promotion. And I think red needs to turtle up. Maybe come back here, provide another defensor, or up here. Green is circling this square as if, I guess he thinks putting the queen here was a better way to go. Maybe it was, I don't know. These both accomplished the goal. Okay, now the queen is tempoed. Green could have taken advantage by maybe attacking this bishop somehow. I guess there's no good way to do that. Oh, pawn push would have accomplished that. So yeah, that's what he should have done. Green should have tempoed the red bishop. But red is staying alive. Yellow has 2 1-point queens to work with. Green is a little bit turtled up around his king. He still has promotion ideas. Red has king safety to worry about. If he was not worried about his king safety, then this pawn could be a target, potentially. I mean, you know, something like that. Looks like green is thinking of promoting. And it's on yellow to deal with that. Yellow probably needs to sack a knight or something like that. Oh, it looks like yellow wanted red to stay on this diagonal so that he could nab a pawn. Red might return to that diagonal later. Oh, red going after the pawn here. Yellow moving his king. That does move into a possible check, but I don't think it's a very scary check right now. So if you're red, do you take that? Apparently he does. I think pushing was another option. But red still has an idea of potentially going after this pawn. Green is not defending it. And now there's another pawn that's a target. Oop, but that looks like a bishop. Take those. I don't think red will sack his bishop here, but interesting move. This queen no longer needs to serve as a defender. Oh. Okay. Red blunders his queen. That does open up the rook, though, to attack yellow. Wait, is this mate? When did he move that there? I guess that just went there. Okay. This pawn needs to be defended. Not sure that was the right rook to defend, because now you no longer threaten the check. Maybe green takes this red pawn. Green more worried about king safety. The red's defenses are pretty terrible right now. There's a bunch of checks available. Well, maybe only one good check. This rook could potentially become a target if yellow could line up on the diagonal. Like yellow's rushing some pawns, so is green. I mean, can you even take that if you're red? He's not going to take it. Oh, whoa, that's mate for yellow. No, it's not. Okay. I see he has some blocks. Okay. But green is pretty close to mate in red. Yellow needs to find ways to distract green. Like potentially this. What else could he do? Well, he's up enough points that green can't claim if he mates red. So maybe he just rolls some pawns and tries to win the 1v1. Uh, what? That's mate in one. Okay, he wants a queen trade. Wants yellow to trade the queens. That just gives a mate to green. So, of course, you take it. Maybe you don't take it even, because then yellow gets to take the queen. Wait, this mate did not lose a queen. Hold on. Oh, that's not mate, because that can retreat. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine with green's retreat. I mean, it's a sneaky retreat, because now you're targeting yellow. Yellow might not notice. Especially if you do a check. Although, or no, red moves first. Oh, okay, that's mate. The bishop moved away, is that what happened? The bishop moved, oh god. The bishop moved away so it could no longer block. Okay. So green is the beneficiary of that. This pawn is defended now. Yellow poised to make a third queen. Kind of hard to win this 1v1. Yellow just has 2 pawns poised to promote. Green down to 5 seconds, by the way. He's going to time out too. Yellow's the better position anyway. Oh, that just blunders. And that's the same as resigning. And yellow wins. So first place here is yellow, Rymel 16. Second place, red, Snake 4. Third place, green, Kaze Kamal. And fourth place, blue, Assertige 077. Let's go find another game to watch. Alright, we have a game in progress. This is the top rated game. Red is not getting his queen active, or is yellow. Blue is the only one with an active queen. This just blunders the pawn. What is he doing? What is blue doing? I don't really understand these moves. Okay. Blue can always undermine. Well, that's defended, I guess. Okay, so blue and green clearly working together. They have active queens. So green is supposed to take this, I guess? Or what is green supposed to? Maybe green goes here. I guess that's the move, but knight can come back. So yeah, I mean, green clearly needs to save his... Okay, never mind. I messed up move order. My bad. Green can take that, and he should. This was the move. I think. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Blue was able to take it. This looks scary. Oh, that was targeted. Okay. So, just a pawn. Okay, check in the back. That's mate. We see mate. Yep. Okay. So, meantime, red has taken a pawn, undermined the structure a little bit. Red has a very safe king. Blue has the worst king safety. Green's king safety is okay. Green on the brink of promotion. Or this. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so now green's structure's been undermined a lot. Maybe you don't even take that. Let's see. You need to take that. Green has ways to go after blue. But yeah, he's worried about his own king safety here. He could have just moved the rook. I guess maybe he's worried about back ranks now. Okay, well, let's see what happened. What? Why did he take that? I don't understand. That seems like he's just giving up a queen for nothing. Why would you do that? Maybe he's just trying to punish blue by feeding points to red? That's weird. I mean, this could be a good move. You check blue. You have a check in your back pocket on red. I mean, red probably plays this. You have king up. Or you have queen back. Oh, I guess if red plays this, then this is mate. Yeah, it's not a great situation, but I mean, sacking your queen, there's no point in that. You could just bring the queen back to defend. It's just odd. Why sack your queen? Okay, well, it worked out because blue kept red busy. Green took the red queen. What did red take? Just a pawn. Green took a pawn. Okay, that's a piece. Interesting. So this is forced, and he can take with check. That's not quite mate, but looks pretty decent. Are we at the live position? Guess we're at the live position. Red does not take the rook. Interesting. So green could check blue. He has to be worried about future checks from blue here because king is not looking great. Oh, red going after the blue queen. What? Why do you take that? Then the blue queen lives. That's a terrible move. What is he thinking? I mean, you could make a pass, but you definitely want this queen to be taken. I mean, if you're going to make a pass, what can you do? You try king up. You could move this bishop somewhere. Bishop out, maybe. Or even out here. It's just a pin. Yeah, this was like the worst move on the board. Okay. So, guess the ELO. Green, I would say 1700. I don't know about these other two. Yeah, it's a lot of blunders. Hey, Astri Meg, thanks for watching. Congratulations on your, well, I guess you finished second place, and then Cha Cha decided not to move on. So now you're the winner of that arena. Congratulations. They're anonymous until the game is over. Yeah. The thought is if you know who the opponent is, then they might target the highest rated player, or they might target someone they think is a good player. They might target someone they think is a weak player. Players might tend to work together with people they know and against people they don't know. And all those issues are potentially solved if you have anonymous games. But afterwards, we get to see who they are. So the point count here is green with 38, blue with 34, red with 18. So red behind on the point count. Blue, the only one with a queen. Red has the most pawns. So as pieces trade off, red is going to be able to rush those pawns, get queens. And there is another piece trade that red loves to see. Looks like red picked off a blue pawn. So maybe you could potentially go after this rook, but there's probably not time for it. Red has a pretty solid structure. Red going after the blue bishop. Red would like to see this queen to be challenged by green to distract him at some point. Although right now, he can't do very much. Maybe he goes after this pawn. Okay, he does. So he could check. Better to leave that check. I think you go after the rook. It's double check, but it hangs the queen. um, so if green attacks the queen, there will be check, although he can take with queen, so it doesn't necessarily lead to anything. Should just take the rook. He's done that. Let's see where blue's going to go. Now the queen attack works. Green should have queen attacked, and then red would have taken the pawn. I don't like that red took the pawn when the queen wasn't under attack. Again, for some reason, monkey see, monkey check. But really, it's much better to leave that check in your back pocket for when green makes an actual threat. Yeah, so Neon Red Gorilla, there's some people who prefer anonymous games and other people who don't. I tend to prefer non-anonymous games. The reason being that block lists don't work if you play anonymous. And if someone is a really bad opposite who constantly attacks you, I prefer to block that person and never have to play with them again. So red with a decent structure. Again, red and green both blundered by not taking the blue queen when they had the opportunity. Red should have left that check in his back pocket. Green should have attacked the queen when he could do so and win a free queen. Where's this bishop going? Oh, I guess he was potentially attacking this square. I mean, you could try to create a check. Probably this check is better on blue. But that also removes a defender from some of these checking squares. Red also could rush a pawn. I don't like that red is just shuffling. This bishop move does nothing. And now green has a queen. Not sure why blue allowed that. But green looking better than before. So even though red does not have a queen, even though he's furthest behind on points, I really like red's structure, his king safety, the pieces he has. It's inconceivable why he's just moving this bishop back and forth. He should be getting these knights to better squares. Hey Manly Good, Radon did not play in this tournament. Radon does not like the time control. So the time control here is 10 minutes with no increment, no delay. 10 minutes to make all your moves. And Radon likes more time to think. And he likes the time control that discourages pre-moves rather than encourages them. I understand. Justin Davis says semi-anonymous is best, can block and remain semi-anonymous. I'm not again, I haven't played 4-player chess regularly in a while, but when I last played, blocks, okay, this is still defended, so he can come up. Although this pawn move might happen. But that would help green mate, I think, so he shouldn't do it. When I last checked, anonymous games, when you play anonymous games, you can play against people who block you. And maybe that's changed. I don't know. So there's a check available, but no point in blue taking that check. I mean, I guess the point would be that green could pick up a free piece and it would weaken red. But does blue really want to feed a free piece to does green really want does blue really want to feed a free piece to green? Probably not. So potentially this bishop can swing around to start attacking green, since green has decided to attack red for no apparent reason. Oh, whoops, my bad. He just hung a bishop. I didn't notice that either. Okay. I don't think red will miss that bishop since he made like 20 useless moves with the bishop. So maybe not having the bishop is actually good for red, as he will actually have to find useless moves rather than randomly shuffling the bishop around. We'll see. So potentially he wants to create a check. He also might be turtling up. So check available on green. At this point, green should be the target by red because blue only has a queen and a pawn left. So, sorry, blue only has a queen and a pawn. Green has an extra bishop and 2 pawns as opposed to blue. Green also has more points. Okay. That's a useful check. Do you take that queen now? I don't know. You might want to maintain the balance. If you take the queen, green is pretty much dead. It's more important to take these pawns away. Does this check work? Check. And if blue takes, you take. So blue's never going to take. Now he just retreats. That allows blue to take the queen though. If he's going to retreat, instead, I would have liked him to go a place where he could check blue. So even here, let's back up because this is important. So what if he went here instead? Maybe not there. Maybe where's a good place to check? I mean, these two moves make a lot of sense, although if blue moves the queen away, which you probably should, then that just hangs your rook. So this is a possibility. Queen here, and then here, check. Because you want both queens off the board, not just one. Okay, this has worked out for red though. Because now green has a queen again, maintaining the balance. Green down to 5 seconds. Red needs to get a move on though. Red down to 30 seconds. What? Let's go up. Okay, so you want to save your pieces if you're red. This is still a decent endgame. Why check? Okay, I guess he just wants to burn time of green, but green's moves are obvious. Yeah, you really need to prevent this promotion. Ooh, don't like that. Yeah, now. Okay, come back. What are we thinking about? Okay, so red is just going to flag. Red burned his time for no reason whatsoever there. He had a bunch of pretty clear moves. And all of a sudden he went down from like 50 seconds to 0 in like 3 moves. That was pretty terrible. But good job, blue. Blue finished first. That's Conky Black 19. Green finished second. Kuya Hu. And red finished third. That's Maestro of something. Maestro of Poe. And yellow finished fourth. I can't even read that whole username. Mohammed Ben, something like that. Yeah, blue wins on time. Hey, Grathy Ben, thanks for watching. Yeah, they should have teamed up on red. Okay. Well, let's go see. We are past the end of the arena time, but there's still some games going on. Actually, it looks like there's only one game going on. So let's check this one last game. And rewind to the beginning, see what happened. Okay, red and yellow both get active. We're seeing some team openings here. What is this? I mean, it seems like there's like 8 ways to take that. That seems like a blunder. Not sure what the point of that is. Okay, maybe not a blunder. I think you have to slide your king. If you go over here, that's mate. He has to slide the king. Wow. Okay, not a blunder at all. That was a nice mate. Okay. Was there any way out of that for blue? Okay, so I mean, if you just pushed, then this happens anyway. Green has no way to interrupt things. I mean, I guess green can take this if you slow it down a little bit. You go here, then knight, then mate. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's screwed no matter what. Okay, so green trying to take the yellow queen, but yellow gets the move after that. So this was a blunder by green. Green should have taken the knight. So if green takes the red knight, red probably still takes the mate. Yellow takes the queen, and then green takes the knight. So green would get 2 knights. In this sense, green gets nothing, and red gets to save his queen. So yeah, not nearly as good. Alright, let's see. That was a nice mate though. Very nice team's mate. What the heck is this? Why did he just sack his queen? What? Did he think that yellow wasn't gonna take that? Maybe he thought yellow wouldn't take it because then green could take back. That just seems odd to me. Why do you hang your queen? If you're going to do anything with your queen, you could trade it or you could retreat it. Okay, so idea is to hurt yellow? I mean, maybe. He gets another queen pretty quickly. So, not the worst thing. It helps a little bit with the point count balance. But it just seems like a blunder to me. Like, if you're going to hurt anyone, why not hurt green? I mean, okay, suppose... I mean, queen trade makes sense. Retreating the queen makes sense. You're going to get this queen anyway. This is just a great promotion path. So why blunder your queen? I mean, I guess your queen's less of a target. You could trade it. If you're going to take any of the pawns, why not take one of these 2 pawns? Undermine green's structure. It's just nonsensical to take that pawn. Okay. Anyway, so red is terrible. Red structure is okay though. Fucking programmers, knock it off. Stop. I don't want to see the result. I don't want it to go to the end of the game. It's so obnoxious. Alright, so that's a dead pawn. Looks like we're making some threats. Yeah, just trade queens. Yeah, for sure. You should have. Okay, red is fairly safe. But green really should try to undermine the structure with something like this. He doesn't have to do it now, but when he feels safe. Oh, and he's doing it now. Okay. Okay, so red structure has been hurt. Could sack the 1-point queen, but probably not a great idea. Instead, what can green do? What about this? Fork some pieces off. Red's not bothering anyone right now. Alright, let's see what green does. Oh, no, it wasn't even green's move, my bad. Yeah, I don't understand this. This move doesn't make much sense anyway. But, yeah, if I were green, here I do something like that. Is he going for promotion? Really? I guess so. Okay, this is a funny position. You could... No, never mind. This promotion is covered two ways. Okay. Yeah, I think you just leave this here for a while. Promote when red is distracted. Okay. So maybe yellow gets to take this pawn away. Does it even want to take the pawn away? That gives a file on the one hand, but you remove a pawn that can promote on another hand. So let's see what happens. He does take the pawn, okay. What's the point of this? He wants to undermine green structure, I guess? But that also removes the defender on this pawn. I guess the knights are doing an okay job right now. But you could see this launch it like at any point. Okay, green's just going to take a knight for now. Oh, and that actually revealed an attack on the queen, which yellow didn't notice. So green still has a good structure. Green lost a knight, but no big deal. Okay. Green trade in with red. Where is this going? Why did this queen go back? I guess it's on the diagonal of the yellow queen, but that nothing much happened in that diagonal right now. Why not like this move? Go after two pieces. I guess this happens to defend. Or you could tempo the rook this way. I guess you still get that defense. I don't know. Okay, let's see what happens. Now you're targeting the rook. But maybe better, or actually, yeah, now that the pawn is in the way, the bishop can't come defended by the queen, so that's good. So maybe good timing. It might have been better timing to wait until yellow was keeping red busy and throw this in, but okay. Okay. Green likes to see these trades happen. Whoa. Green just hung a pawn. Oh no, it's not a hang because there's two things attacking it. We figured neither would take. Why doesn't red take this? I think red ought to take the bishop. It's the key bishop that's a defender for yellow. And you should want the points. Okay, so that's a mystery. Okay, so red has a potential attack in the future here. But red is running out of things. Okay, green and yellow are trading. Red is happy about that. Okay, green sacking on red. Okay. Now all of a sudden yellow is becoming very powerful. Green defends yellow. Interesting. I like this from yellow. He's using this opportunity. Take a free... Oh, maybe I don't like it from yellow. Hold on. My bad. That's a mate. And Night Love Raver can claim, and he does. Okay. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't look at it too deeply, but... Yeah, so... Looks like a free pawn, but really it hands mate to red. Although... Maybe he saw this, and he assumed that green would see the mate in one, and that green would have to sack his queen. Still probably weakens green too much. Maybe he just assumed that green was going to sack his queen. Okay, what could he have done instead? Instead, you could go after red with this sort of thing. But then even these types of moves, red could come back here. Okay, anyway. Great job, Night Love Raver. That's at least 2 wins that we know of for Night Love Raver. Well, first of all, let's see this game. First place, Night Love Raver. Who was red. Second place, Prion 210, who was yellow. Third place, Pulsatan, who was green. And fourth place, Spacebar, the programmer, who was blue. So when I criticize the programmer for that pop-up, that obnoxious pop-up when the game ends, that is Spacebar. Spacebar, deal with that. Alright, let's take a look at the final tournament stand-ins. Final stand-ins, Night Love Raver did win the arena. Congrats to Night Love Raver. Second place, Rymel 16. Third place, Ayagad Como. Let's see the scores. Night Love Raver got 4 out of 6. 4 wins. Very impressive. Rymel got 3 out of 5. Ayagad Como got 2 out of 4. So great job, Night Love Raver. I think we saw at least 2 of his wins. And he just crushed this tournament. And Night Love Raver, he's been in the chat before. I know he was very excited that the qualifications dropped to under 2,400 instead of under 2,600. And yeah, he's shown that he can hang with them. Although everyone under this particular game was under 2,600, but he beat some 2,600s in other games. By the way, in the chat here, Prion has a frowny face and says, "So dumb." So he realizes it was dumb to just take a pawn and to mate to red. But I think he's admitting he didn't see the mate, rather than assuming that green was dumb for not sacking his queen to avoid the mate. Okay, so that's the end of the arena. We need to find someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. Let's go ahead and see who's streaming right now in the chess category. See if we recognize anyone. Or if we see anyone streaming variants. I don't really see people I recognize here. Oh, Nicola's streaming. We should probably send some raiders to Nicola. Nicola has been a big supporter of the chess community on Twitch over the years. I think he might have played a little bit of Bughouse with Joe Bruin. But yeah, so Nicola, he streams himself, but in addition, he's contributed like thousands of subs and bits to many other chess streamers. Not necessarily my stream, but the streams in general. So great to see that support of the chess community. It's helped grow Twitch, let more Twitch streamers get full time. But he's a good chess player in his own right. Oh, it looks like also Yasser Sarawin, Grandmaster Yasser, is in his chat right now. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's send a few viewers to Nicola. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. There is one more arena left, and that's going to be held in an hour and 40 minutes. And I'm going to try my best to stream that. I should be able to do so. So I'll see you all then. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good afternoon. Bye guys.